Hello guys, I'm back again with a new topic. I hope you're liking the video which I have uploaded. So today I am going to show you that how you can create the table within the HTML web page. So let us begin with the video. Before I start the video and let you know that how you can create the table within HTML web page, I would like to tell you that for creating the table we will use the table tag, and for adding the rows within the table within our table we will use the tr tag, which stands for table row. And then for adding the contents within that row we will use the td tag, which called as table data. And if you want to give a heading within the table, then we will use th tag. Okay, so this will work, and I'll be showing you different kind of attributes as well which will work with the table. For example, if I want to add the background color to my table, then I will use the same bg color attribute along with the table tag. And if I want to add a image within the table, not within the HTML web page, within the inside the table, then I will use the background attribute along with the table tag. And there is also an align attribute which will work with the table tag for aligning the text from left, right, center. And we will use the vertical alignment attribute as well for aligning the text vertically to top and bottom. So these are the all tags we will be learning today. So let us now start the video. So let us begin with the video. I am going to open the notepad now. So I have already written here, see, HTML head. In head I have written the topic table creation in HTML, and then I have written the title tag, work with the table tag, the content which will come on the title bar of the web page. And then I have closed title and head, and I have written here body tag. So let us begin with creating the table. So for creating the table we have a table tag, so I will write here table, and for inside the table tag we have to create a table row. So once you have written here the table tag, it is going to create a table only. So suppose I have defined the table row, the first row, so we will use the tr tag once. It is going to create the first row in the table. And if you want that obviously we need to enter some data within the table tag, so in the row, so inside this table row I am going to use the td tag, which is table data, and I will write the content here. Suppose I have written here name, and then I have closed the td. And you can also say that table data is going to create the columns in the table, that how many columns will be created, or simply you can memorize that it is helpful for creating the or adding the contents within the table row. So suppose I have written here class, and then I have closed the td tag, and then I have used again the number of columns you want to add. You have to open and close the td tag, and then I have closed the td tag. So now if my first row is created, and I have created 3 columns in my first row, and I'm going to close the tr tag in my first row. So I'll show you that how it is going to create the first row. As many rows you want, you have to open the tr tag that many times, and then you have to close it. So first of all I am going to close the table tag here, and body and HTML tag I have already closed. I'll show you that how the first row has been created, and after that we will add more contents within the table. So let us save this file with the name table.html in my desktop, and then I'm going to show you that how the output comes. Now let's see. Now see that the title has come here, work with table tag. Topic has also come, table creation in HTML. The columns is created, row is created, but if you want it is not showing as it is not representing as a table. Why? Because there is no border defined. So for defining the border so that it looks like a table, we have a border attribute which works with the table tag, and then we will define here along with the table tag the border attribute, and we will give the number 1 or 2, and then it is going to give you the border here. As much thick border you want, you can give or define the number here. Let's save here. Now see, so the thickness will be defined by defining the value of the border attribute. So now first row is created, and you can see here that the first row and 3 columns has been created. Now if I want to enter the data within the table, what I will do, I will again open the tr tag. Now let's say I am going to open again the tr tag, and the second row will be created. Now in my td, as my first column is name, so obviously here I have to write the name. So suppose I have written here Aman, and then I have closed the td tag. In the next table data, I have to write the class. So suppose I have written 10, then close the td tag, and in the third option I will write the section. Now suppose I have written B and then closed the td tag, and then close this tr. The second row will be created successfully. Go and save the file, and then you can just find out how the data is entered. So as many rows you want, you have to keep on adding these values. You have to repeat this with the number of rows you want. You can just change the data here. Suppose here I have used 10a, suppose 10 here, 10c. Now save the file, execute it. See how it works. So as many times you want the row to be created, you have to repeat you have to repeat this code. You have to again define the tr tag every time you want it. So now as you know that the table is created, we can see that here we have successfully created the table. Now if you want to move the table from left, as it is left aligned, you want to move it to center. So you have to give align tag. You have to open the align tag here, and not align tag, basically you can add a align attribute and give the value here center, and save the file and execute it. So the table has come to center. If you want to suppose now we will be learning about the attributes. Suppose I want to add the color, the background color to this heading which I have defined name class section. So what I will do, I have to define the bg color here. Bg color is equal to whatever color you want, you can define here, and you can save the file and just execute it. See, if you want to repeat it, you can repeat. If you want to give a different color to each and every cell, then you can define different colors. See, okay, and then bg color is equal to, suppose same color I have defined here. There will be space before defining the attribute, so you have to give the space everywhere. Now save the file and execute it. See, the background color of the heading is changed. So suppose if I want to this is all about the background color, as we have done earlier as well, to change the background color of this web page. You can use the bg color together with the body tag and the table tag as well. It doesn't mean that if you have applied it in here and you cannot change the background color of the web page, you can do so as well, because they both works with different tags. You can easily define here bg color is equal to, suppose orange, and you can save the file and execute it. So both can be worked together. Now I'll show you that how you can add the change the background image of the suppose a particular cell, and suppose I want to add some image here on the background of this name Aman. So first of all, obviously we have to search for the background image. So let's say we'll go to some file here, pictures. I have something here. Suppose This is the one. Okay, so right click, properties, copy the location. The same way which you have done earlier along with the body tag, you can do work. It will work same with the table tag as well. I have copied it, and in my coding where Aman I have written, I will use the background attribute. TD background is equal to double quote and paste that location and the name of the file and then extension JPG. Same way it is going to work. Save this and we'll execute it. Now see, it is changed. It is not showing the whole picture, obviously cannot be adjusted within this particular cell. However, it will show you the picture. The blue color is coming because the background of this tulip picture is blue, so you can understand that it has been changed. So this is how the background and BG color will work along with the table tag. Now let us see some other attribute. Now suppose here, as I have used this cyan color in along with the TD tag of the TR TD sub tag of the TR tag, wherein I was willing to change the color of the background color of the row, the first row. But if you want to apply the same color to the whole row, instead of writing it many times, you can just simply define it with the define here in the TR, along with the TR tag in the table row, that BG color is equal to cyan. So it is going to change the color of that particular row. So it is not required that you should apply it to every time to the TD tag. You can just apply it here. So suppose I have written here BG color is equal to pink and save the file, execute it. So see how it is changed. So now I was talking about the height and width attribute. We can increase the size of the table so that we will be able to see the align attribute, that how we can align the content to left, right and center. So for that we have to increase the size of the table because the contents are here compressed. So now what I will do, along with the table tag, I am going to write here that height is equal to, suppose 20%. Height will be defined in number or in pixels, so you can give in a percentage value. Width is equal to 40%. So it is going to increase the height and width of the whole table. If you want to apply it for a particular row, you can use the height width attribute along with the particular row as well. See how it has changed. So now suppose if I want that this content, this Aman or this 10th class, it needs to come to center, so you can apply it and you can see. Now suppose here, and if you want to make it to whole row, you can use it with TR tag, and if you want to send the content of a particular row, particular cell only, so you have to use it with TD tag. Now align is equal to center, so it will send the Priya value to center. See, so this is how it works. I have talked about the V-align attribute as well. So V-align, what it does, that if you want to align the text to the top and bottom, vertically align the text top and bottom, when the width of you can say when the height of the cell will be more, then it will be more understandable. So let me increase the height of the cells first of all. So suppose I have done here 80%. Now let's see that if it has increased or not. Now see, it has increased, and if I want that this Priya should be vertically aligned at the bottom and align should be center. So align I have already used at center, and if I will use the V align equal to bottom, then it will send that this Priya value to the bottom of the cell. So for that there is V align attribute is equal to bottom. So this will send the text Priya, which is written in the second row, to the bottom. The alignment will be center, and V alignment, vertical alignment, will be bottom. See, so this is how it works. Now if you you want to suppose send this B section to the top and you want to align it right, so you have to go to that row. Now suppose B is written here in the first row, so I will use here TD align is equal to right because I want it to send to the right side, and V align is equal to top, so it will be vertically aligned top and alignment will be right. See, this is how it works. It's very easy to create the table. Just you have to apply the different kind of attributes at the appropriate place where you want. Now the last two attributes which we have to work on, that is cell padding and cell spacing. What is cell padding and cell spacing? Cell padding means the, you can say, the amount of space between the cells which will be left from the cell border and the content, and cell spacing is the cell between the space which is between the different kind of cells. So let us apply it first. This is going to be work along with the table tag. I'll apply here cell padding is equal to suppose 2 and cell spacing is equal to 2. Now let us see what the output comes. It is not that much understandable. Let me increase the value here. Now see, this is the space, the amount of space which is coming between the border, between these cells, it is called as cell spacing, and the space which is left behind after the cell border and the content, this is called as cell padding. So this is how the cell padding and cell spacing works. Now there are two more attributes left, which is row span and col span. Row span and col span means when we want to merge two rows together or when we want to merge two columns together, then we use row span and col span. This will work along with the TD tag, which is a sub tag of the table row. Suppose I want to merge these two columns and I want to write class and section at one place. So what I will do, I have to go here in the TD tag and I will write here TD calls. Here we will use col span because we are merging two columns. So I will use here col span. The value will be 2 because two columns are going to be merged, and then I will write here class and section. And I have closed the TD tag and I have to remove this section because it has already been merged and written. So now I'm going to save the file and then execute it. Now see, the two columns are merged and the contents are written here along with after merging of the cell. You can send it to the center also applying the align attribute. So as you have learned all the attributes now, so you can just apply it on your table as per your requirement. Okay, so now after this let us merge two rows. Suppose I want to merge these two, not two, let us merge these three rows as the classes are 10 for all the students. So I'll merge three rows and I will write the 10 value, so it will be applied to every student. So for that what we will do, I'm going to the here the value where the Aman is written, and I am going here TD, the value Aman is written here, you can see. So I'll go to the TD tag and I will write here row span. Why? Because these three rows are going to be combined. The value will be 3 and then 10 will be written, and I have to remove the 10 from the other two rows. There is no need of writing this, and from here as well. Now save the file and execute it. Now see how the changes are made. So it is very easy. So guys, that's all for today. If you have any query, you can write on the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Till then, stay safe, stay home, bye bye.